Alright, what's up, ladies and gentlemen? This is the Legendary Founding Titan. Well, at least on my main channel, that's what it is. This is my alt channel, Mythic Unfounding Titan. So, I kind of want to do a little mini series with this channel on Paragon because I don't want to make it on my main channel because of the fact that I don't want to get my main channel stuck in an algorithm because I've been doing a lot of Paragon content as of late. So, this is kind of why this channel even exists to begin with, so I don't gotta worry about that type of stuff happening, and I can just kind of put up any video I really want without repercussions of copyright, music, all that type of shit. And yeah, let's get right into it. So this is going to be a tutorial guide for the new players of how to create uh, their character, basically. I haven't done any build guides yet. I've done a few videos on my main channel about which characters to start with, and I know I did a few other videos, like, yeah, I did a tank video for how to build tanks, specifically, not entirely for Pacific characters, though. And that's what this series is going to be about, is kind of building specific characters. Now, no, note real quick, this is not for rangers. This is not for assassins. This is not for casters. This is a mini series I'm doing, and it's only going to be for the tanks, warriors, and supports. Not ranger, assassin, or caster. I'm not doing any of those three because honestly, there's so many people that do those classes to begin with, and on top of that, well, they're very. A lot of them are kind of the same builds for damagers. Like, you don't really change much on a damager, to be honest. At least not near as much as a tank, warrior, and support, for sure. So, without any further ado, let's get right into it. So, for the first one today, I want to start off with a warrior. And that first warrior, well, actually, I said I was gonna start with a warrior, but I keep forgetting that Greystone. I want to start with Greystone, okay? I keep forgetting he's not a warrior anymore. He's for some reason a tank. I still don't understand that, but we'll go with it. All right. So Greystone tank. So I kind of said in the past that you really don't want to go with a full tank build. Now there is no problem with you going for a full tank build. If you're the only tank on the team, go for it. But the problem is if you're not, and if you have like another tank or even another hybrid, just go for a more hybrid type build for Greystone typically because of the fact that he doesn't have any slows, stuns, or any way of really slowing the enemy down unless they, of course, go into sprint mode and you hit them with your basic attack. But that's something that anyone can do, So Greystone has no way of really slowing someone down. So it is kind of essential for you to do some damage so they actually do have a reason to prioritize to kill you. Because, a Greystone that can do damage is going to be way more of a threat than a super tanky Greystone. Because a super tanky Greystone does no damage and, like I said, has no CC of any kind. So there's not any reason for them to target you, and thus they're just gonna kill your other guys, leaving your tankiness completely useless as they're just completely ignoring you. And you're not that big of a target. Like you're not like Richter. You can't block like huge areas with your body. You're pretty small as Greystone, so it is kind of best for you to build more of into a hybrid approach, which is why I don't understand why it's classified as a tank. With all that mouthful of words out of the way, let's get right to the builds, shall we? So, now, another note, real quick. These are not going to be for the best builds, because obviously enough, you got to worry about different things in each match. Each match is not going to, guarantee your success with the same build, because, you got to worry about healing, you got to worry about possibly a very fed magic damager, you got to worry about a very fed physical damager, etc. So there is a lot of things that go into consideration, but this is going to be the best well-balanced build that I can provide. That's what I'm going to be doing with these videos, just a well-balanced build. Alright? Now that's all out of the way, I'll have a link on the description for the rest of these type of videos, just for additional information for that type of stuff. Alright guys, so let's get right to the build. So, Greystone is more of a character that, like I said before, I feel like he fits better as a warrior because of his kit. And I think the best thing for you to go for, if you're going to prioritize anything on Greystone, don't worry about cooldown. Not that much anyway. Don't worry about cooldown that much. But I think the most vital things to get is attack speed and health. I think those two things are your best friends. Attack speed and health are some of the best things for Greystone because, well, we'll get to that in a minute. So, as far as attack speed goes, I wouldn't really build I might build that, but I'll see on that. But for now, we'll just leave that there. Now, it does have health and attack speed, but I'll kind of explain more in a bit. So, building health and attack speed, I kind of prefer building one thing at a time. So if I'm waiting for attack speed, I'll just build something that prioritizes attack speed. If I want health, I'll prioritize something that goes into health. And I think the first item that I would go for on Greystone, I think, is Marauder's Watch. Now, the reason being is because a successful basic attack on enemies decreases all skill cooldowns by 0.5 seconds. Meaning, Greystone has a nice shield that blocks any basic attack. So if you're fighting a carry, if you're fighting your soul laner, even a tower, you can block a tower shot. If you're hitting an enemy, this thing will save you from taking that damage. What's better to have Marauder's Watch that can speed up this process with a 10% cooldown and it's passive. Every single time you attack something, you get 0.3 something reduced cooldown per hit. So this is great for Greystone. Prioritizing this shield is amazing because it, of course, blocks all types of damage, including towers or inhib shots, for that matter. So it's very good to prioritize this ability for sure. Now you also have this ability that scales off of physical defense. All right, so you got one item that kind of goes into this. All right, that's Marauder's Watch. Marauder's Watch is gonna be your best friend for this ability, your passive. All right. So let's go into this ability. So you scale damage off of your magic and physical, magic damage and physical defense. Now, I kind of prefer to go more for the physical defense approach because you are supposed to be a frontline tank, and physical damage is really high. So, what I would go, since you are Greystone, I don't usually go for this item specifically. But since you don't have a lot of CC on your kit, I think Swamp Cloak is very essential. As you want something to slow the enemy down at least a little bit. Since them are not going to prioritize you, you want to at least slow the enemy down just so they can't get to your ADCs as fast. And so you can catch up to them and just beat the crap out of them. Basically, you also get 10% cooldown, which cooldown you can never go wrong with. I didn't say prioritize cooldown, but it definitely does help regardless. Alright? And you get that nice health and physical defense, of course, and that's what we want. Now, we don't stop with one physical defense item because we obviously need a little bit more. So, we're going to pick up another physical defense item, and I think the one I'm going to pick up is going to be... I'm thinking between high-end armor or no. I am going to go with high-end armor because of the passive. You also get more health with it, which health is also really nice for Greystone, as it does make his ultimate more powerful. And you also come back when you die. You come back with more health based on how much, well, general health you have. So having a little bit more health will help a little bit. It's only by 50, but it's still good. And the main reason I got that over artificial gravity is because of the passive. You receive damage and basic attacks and physical skills entirely by 20%. So you decrease the damage taken. That's always going to be good for you. Like I said before with the tank video, this is one of the best tank items in the game for physical defense, as it has percentages. Percentages on a tank are some of the best items you can get on the game, like this item and this item for sure. So, yeah, just keep that in mind. All right, so we got our physical items. Now, do we need a third one? I don't think so. We don't really prioritize the physical defense with this character. Let's go more into the magical defense department real quick. So, magical defense department, we want something to deal with, magic damage, of course. So, let's pick up. Uh, Now, shotgun generator is pretty good for tanks. However, I think for this could definitely work, but I think for Greystone, um, I really want to. I'm thinking about that item. I'm thinking, but I think we go for. Yeah, I think we go for this. I think we go for this item because you get 50 physical power, you get 40 magical defense, 300 health, and when your health goes 30% or lower, you remove all debuffs, including stuns, crowd control effects, yada yada yada. Decrease damage taken by 40%, so this will help you quite a lot in a fight and become completely CC immune for 3 seconds. Recharge time is 60 seconds, which, let's be honest, you'll have this basically every big team fight. Um, so yeah, that's the holy water for you for magical defense. So we definitely want another magic defense item. I'm still thinking about this one. However, I think what I'm going to do instead, I'm going to go with... We definitely need something for tenacity because, stuns are a huge problem. Alright, stuns are a huge problem. Your supports are going to have this item more than likely. If it's a melee support, that is. So, we'll go with Blacksmith Scissors. So, Blacksmith Scissors will give us a lot of 50 magical defense, 400 health, 30% tenacity, and a passive that recovers 2% of our health, max health, for 5 seconds every second. So, we'll get a total of 10% of our max health over a course of 5 seconds. And we also get when the hero is hit with a crowd control... Oh, yeah. That's how it activates, basically. So, and that recharges every 30 seconds. So, you'll basically have that every fight as well. Now, let's look. We got our magic defense. Now, we can either go 2 options here. So, actually, really 3 options. We could either go for Duel's Moon for more utility. We could either go that. We could either go... We could even go Greystone of the Hurricane. Now, let me look at my cooldown. 10%, 20%. So we have only 20% cooldown. We could go for that item if we want to. That would help us quite a bit. I'm thinking between that or a tank item. I think I will go this item, though. I think. Yeah, I'll go with this item. This will give us 35% cooldown, plus the Marauder's Watch, and it gives us 35 more physical power, 300 health, decreases the enemy's defense by 5, and increases the hero's defense by 6 for 6 seconds every time physical damage is dealt. Which, well, you have that whirlwind attack, so this is stacking very quickly for you. It stacks 7 times, so you basically take away 35 of their physical defense, and you gain, what is it, like 48, right? 6. No, it's 42. Yeah, 42. So yeah, you get 42 physical defense out of that. So this is technically, when you get this fully stacked, which will be very easy to achieve as Greystone, especially with 35% cooldown with attack speed, because of the fact you'll basically have well over... Well, you can you'll be able to spam your abilities so fast. Your whirlwind can actually spam twice. So let me show you how that looks like real quick in the training grounds. So now we got our build. We got our build for Greystone. So I'll show you the performance. I keep forgetting he's not a warrior. Let's just do that. Right. So let's get that build real quick. There we go. So now we have 224 physical defense, 157 magic defense, 35% cooldown, 1.4 attack speed, and 256 physical power. I'm not sure if I already said that or not, though. But regardless, let's just see how much damage we do now if we set the target. Let's just say, I think even a week. I think even the most a carry or any damager would ever have, even with like health items, would be like 2700. That would be like the most. So we'll do 2700, and we'll do a maximum of like, I think it's like 90 or so. So we'll do that. We'll do that, and we'll also give him. I think it's like 60 or so for magic defense. Everyone has around the same magical defense. I think it's 60. So this is how fast we will be attacking someone, or how much damage we do to them. So this is a regular damager, basically. They couldn't ignore you. There's no way they could ignore that. You would kill them pretty quickly. As you can see, your whirlwind comes back excessively fast. Let's just hit this thing real quick. Yeah, look at that whirlwind cooldown. Just holy cow. Let's do it on this target. Be better. Oh, I can't hit it. Ah! Can I hit this one? Is it the same thing? I think it's the same thing, isn't it? Okay, yeah, it is. But basically, you do hit pretty freaking hard. Let's just go check out a Prime Spirit real quick. So, Prime Spirit, you know, one of the objectives, has 6,000 health. Let's see what it does. So yeah, you even clear objectives pretty quick with this build. You're pretty beefy. You ain't tanking a whole lot. You ain't taking a shit ton. But you're definitely going to be tanking enough to matter. And like I said before, you do enough damage to where you can't be ignored. And you also have a lot of utility in this build. You have a lot of like slows. You have, you know, the hurricane thing, which gives you, you know, more physical defense. Which I actually didn't see. How much does that give us? Let me just go over here real quick. I think it is 42, but I want to see what the number is specifically. Okay, so it actually doesn't proc on these things. I think, yeah, it has to be an enemy hero. But yeah, it would be 42 more, so it'd be like about 260... 266? Something like that? Yeah, 266. So you have 266 physical defense. Not bad at all. So, like I said before, it won't be the best build, but, it will definitely help you, I do believe. If you guys enjoyed this video, this is Legendary Unfound Titan, or Mythic Unfound Titan, and I'll be posting a lot more videos like this for tutorial guides, for helping new players out. Like I said, it's not the best build, but it is a very adaptable build. You're able to really able to get your hands on any situation and do something in that fight for sure. But yeah, if you guys enjoyed, leave a like, comment, subscribe if you haven't already. As always, I will see you guys in the next one. Goodbye, everyone.